So we're gonna make this like fuzzy Mickey Christmas wreath on the cheap-ish.
Cheap-ish. I mean, my supplies were a little less than $30 total.
Mm-hmm. Yep, mine was about the same.
So you could probably do it cheaper if you went a little simpler. My biggest expense was these things.
Yeah.
Why are they so expensive?
I did find two at the dollar store. I went back and I'm going to return my other ones from Hobby Lobby. So I have like, this one came from Hobby Lobby, but then these were the dollar store. So they were not $1 anymore, $1.25. But I was like, okay, that's actually makes it pretty affordable.
Yeah.
To have these.
So what I did, so I went around literally today because my life has been crazy this week. Couldn't find any at the dollar store. So I went to Michael's. That's where I found this, but I didn't love the sizes that they had. Like this was one of the smallest sizes that they had. And so it was like, that's going to be massive. So I, in the floral department still at Michael's, got foam.
Oh, smart.
And they were the full circle. And then my wonderful husband, because I don't trust myself with a knife, cut the inside out for me. Measured and cut it so that way it's around the same width as this. So that way I have a little bit smaller of a wreath. So that's what I did. So we're going to see if it works. Like Kate said, neither of us have ever made this before.
This could be a craft fail, but it's going to be an adventure either way. So I was trying to figure out, sometimes fabric can be super expensive. And I was like, how do we do this in a little cheaper way? And one of the things I found was that you can get these like microfiber pads that like they're for mop pads. This is microfiber duster mop pad. Mm-hmm. That I can get these from Dollar Tree is where I got them. I think you can also buy some of them on Amazon and a couple other places, just like set of 5 for $5. So they're really not expensive. But they look like fluffy snow on this side. So
they're really soft. They're a good texture. And I did find like my family, so like there's so many different Dollar Tree branches, right? My Family Dollar had nothing. My Dollar Tree had these, had some of the other little accessories that I found too. So I got everything except for these at Dollar Tree.
The first step is you're going to lay out your 3 rings, your Mickey ears. For each like 10-inch ring that you have, you need about 5 of these cloths. So if you have a smaller ring, you'll need maybe 1 less. If you have a bigger ring, maybe 1 or 2 more. I bought extra because I'm just like, it's just my anxiety. I'm like, I just need extra. So.
And I should have, and I didn't. So we'll see if I have enough. I may have to finish mine another time.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and we are going to cut them later and they do shed a little bit. So just forewarned, you might have to do a little bit of cleanup after. So lay them out so they make roughly a Mickey shape. And I think a lot of the times people can get Mickey ears too close together and it looks like too far out. So sometimes if I need like a reference, I will take like my own Mickey ears and just kind of like set them in front of what I'm doing and like kind of get the angle right.
Yeah.
Of course, they're bigger, but you can kind of see, okay, this looks a little bit more like what it should be. That's just my cheat for doing that.
Love it.
You can fake Mickey stuff by the ears not being in the right spot.
Yeah.
Just saying. So our first step is we're going to try using some hot glue to just glue the smaller rings to the bigger ring.
Perfect.
Yeah, I had hoped that would stick, but I don't think it's going to. So instead, plan B, instead of gluing, we're just going to use our tape. So you can use whatever kind of tape you've got. It's really not going to show through these cloths. They're pretty opaque.
This is loud, sorry.
Got duct tape. I've got some masking tape.
It's packing tape, so we'll see if this sticks.
You just want it to be really tight because the tighter you can get it, if you just wrap it around, the tighter you can get it, the more likely it is to stay. And we are going to secure it also with some of these microfiber cloths as well. Sometimes a couple rounds, go around it a couple times, but try to keep it in the center as much as possible. Don't like tape the entire bottom of the circle just because it'll look more like you tape?
My tape is sticking to itself.
Oh, that seems to work though. That looks like it's good. See, we're all learning here, learning together. That turned out pretty good. The ears are not in a weird place, and it'll look better once we get it covered.
Mine are a little wide, but that's okay.
We're embracing our imperfection.
We are. We're going to make it work. We're going to figure it out as we go.
Yes, you could zip tie them really well. I was trying to figure out what we all might have on hand, because I don't always have zip ties, but almost all of us have tape. So I was like, let's just use that.
Yep.
So, okay. You got yours. I got mine. Step 2. So this is an optional step. And this is, if you want yours to light up, you can wrap lights around the entire. You have lights? I have lights.
I do. So I found these, again, at Dollar Tree. They're little strands of LED lights. They were $1.25.
Oh, they're so much cheaper. I got mine at Hobby Lobby for like $10. But mine have like patterns. They like do things.
Oh, that's cool. And they had red, blue, and green. So
what did you?
I got 2 red ones because I was like, well, I couldn't decide, and that was just my impulse decision.
Yeah. So, oops, I want mine to just light up. And so we're going to. I know that these seem to be not very hot, and mine have like a shut-off feature. So I'm choosing to put mine underneath it. If you're like, I don't know, that I don't like it under the fabric, that makes me nervous, you can also just put them like around the backside after you're done making the rest of it, just so that it illuminates from behind. That's also an option. So but we're going to put our lights inside, like wrapped around this. So I would say, tape as needed as you go. And the more lights you get kind of in the front side, the better it will look, because it is kind of a thick material to shine through. And you kind of want the end to end behind one of the ears back up here, so that like the giant battery pack is not just like chilling.
Yeah, that's what I was like debating about. Like, where do I want to start?
That. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to start with the battery pack and then go from there, I think. The next step is going to will be, I kind of pre-cut some of these, but this was one microfiber cloth that I cut lengthwise. And this one, that's what I think we're going to start with, is these will be the ones that cover the tape first.
Okay.
And then the rest of them, we're going to cut, like these are 2 that you're going to cut widthwise. So you're going to cut them in half, just fold them in half and just cut right up the edge. And they do shed a lot at this point. I kind of cut them like into a trash bag and then shook them a lot to try not to get as much stuff all over myself. But, but you're going to start with the long ones that you're going to cut up the center. And then those ones are going to go here to cover up the tape.
So you're cutting long ways.
Just for one, yeah.
For one. Perfect.
And then it's going to be as simple as making it meet in the back side, and then just putting glue here. Gluing it up.
So because I was messing with this a little bit earlier, because mine is smaller around, I think I don't have to cut my ones for my main hoop.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and see. I think I can just wrap them, and I think they meet like perfectly around the other side. So I'm going to try it and see what happens.
So I'm taking my little half one, and I'm going to wrap it around. And you just want to make sure that like you're covering the green so you don't see the green when you do it. So just butt them right up against each other. You don't need to overlap necessarily. Just make sure you're not seeing green. So I'm going to glue the front side in the middle and then put it on there and then flip it over and just kind of close up the back, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So because my ring is smaller, mine actually fits around fairly nicely. The underside, so like if you can see the underside, like sturdier, like backing to it, doesn't go all the way to the end. But on mine, even once I fold it over, the fuzz still closes the gap for me. So it doesn't completely wrap all the way around.
Yeah.
But I think it's fine.
Yeah, there's like going to be like a tiny little gap, but I think it will fine. Oh, that's cute.
Yay!
I might have to just jiggle them a little bit to get it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with
Pretty
mine.
though.
So yeah, it'll happen eventually.
So this bow, I made this bow.
Thank you.
And it's really, really simple. You just take this was a 12-inch, two 12-inch strips, no, two 14-inch strips of ribbon plus a 12-inch strip. And I just I looped the shorter one and then glued it. And then I looped the back one and then glued it. And then I just took this tail and just kind of ran it through the back and twisted it with a pipe cleaner. And then I just ran another little piece of ribbon around it just to kind of tidy it up. So now I have this pipe cleaner in the back, which is great, that I can kind of use to anchor it.
Love it.
Yeah. I'll probably glue it too once I get it where I want it to go. And then I got these two things at Hobby Lobby, and I can't decide if I want to use them or not. One's glittery fern, which my daughter picked this out because she went shopping with me.
Love it.
And then I have these little berries.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a little combination of them. If somebody wanted to do a variation of this and you didn't want to mess with having the ears, I saw somebody who just did the white circle in the middle, which you can get that at Dollar Tree. So just the middle one. And they did a ribbon here, and then they hung a little Mickey ornament from the inside. And that looked really cute. Very simple and less involved. So you could just do the one circle. You could put the bow in the middle too if you wanted to.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I bought this bow at Dollar Tree. Like I said, I was just walking through the aisles and found it, and I was like, I really love that bow. And it has a little twisty tie on the back, so I'm gonna see. I don't know that it'll reach, so I'm definitely gonna have to glue it and see. I love how ours are the same but different.
Yeah, we had virtually the same instructions, but we just kind of went with what we had and what we wanted. It's so neat.
It's perfect.
Ta-da!
We did it! Huzzah!